Hey guys, welcome back to Audio Access. I'm with another quick video on video editing in Reaper. Yes, you heard it. We can do video edit in Reaper successfully comparing to other video editors. I will talk about those things in a minute. And if you are new here to this channel, welcome, and please be sure to subscribe and enable the notification bell so you will be notified about these kind of videos on audio production, video production as a blind or a visually impaired person. Alright, so with that being said, let's get started. Now I have taught you on how to create or how to compose music in a previous video, and I got a lot of comments, and thank you very much for that comments. Really means a lot, guys. And here this is another new concept, video editing concept. Now there are a lot of video editors in the market, but unfortunately they are not accessible with screen readers. Okay, now I have been using Windows Movie Maker to edit my videos, and unfortunately it doesn't give us a lot of control over any of the contents. For instance, it's not possible to cut the unwanted part very easily. It's very tedious task, like we have to watch the video, and the scrubbing is not kind of screen reader friendly, those kind of things. It depends on the video, like this. Okay, now I am very happy to say that Reaper has a capability on video editing, a simple video editing, not advanced. You can't color grade and all those things, multi motion camera things, but I'm kind of very happy about the capabilities which it has given me through providing the video editing feature or video editing capability. Now I'm gonna talk about that thing as well in a minute. Okay, so as I said, Reaper is a complete digital audio workstation. You cannot learn the software completely, so I highly recommend you to consult the Reaper accessibility wiki. There are tons of resources available, and also we have got a WhatsApp group which there are tons of people, very good people, professionals on Reaper, lot of experiences. So if you wish, you can join through the link in the useful links and resources page of the Reaper accessibility wiki. Okay, I highly recommend you to join that group, and you can ask whatever the question you want, and there are wonderful people who can clarify everything for you. Okay, and they will help out to get started in using Reaper. That's how I learned. Okay, so let's back to the business. Okay, video editing with Reaper. Before doing these things, you have to have a plugin which is called FFmpeg. Okay, if you do not have that plugin, you cannot play the video in Reaper. Actually, you can open the video. Now, as I said, in a track you have got items. Items can be either video, audio, or MIDI. Okay, it depends. Like, even you can have a photo as well. Okay, now I will show how to work with photos in another video. This is a very quick introduction on how to work with video in Reaper. Okay, now I will try my best to provide a link to download the FFmpeg plugin, which you can install into your user plugins folder in Reaper. In my case, since I have installed Reaper in my system, you have to go to the app data folder, roaming, and Reaper. There you will find a folder which says user plugins. Okay, now the app data folder is not visible by default, so my way of doing this is go to the run dialog, Windows plus R, and type app data, one word, and press enter. There you have to go to the roaming folder, Reaper folder, and user plugins folder. You have to copy the FFmpeg plugin whole files. There are about 14 files to the directory, user plugin directory, and you will be good to go. Okay, and also VLC is also recommended. You have to install VLC as well, but I'm not sure whether it is necessary or not, but I have installed it. Okay, because it is my default media player. Okay, so after doing these technical things, you will be good to go. Now, as I said, a track contains either MIDI, video or audio. Okay, now in here we are gonna use the track as a video. Okay, so you can do many more complex things. Now in this case, now this video is also edited using Reaper. Okay, I am running a multi-track setup as my microphone is not like a professional thing. I'm using an external source to record my microphone, and I merge with the internal sound. Lot of complicated things are going on in my case. Okay, so this is through the Reaper. Okay, now this was not possible in the previous Windows Movie Maker thing. So kind of I'm very fortunate to have Reaper as my video editor. I'm really glad it has given me so much of capabilities. Okay, so let me walk you through how this thing goes. Okay, now
no tracks.
I have opened Reaper, no tracks. So let's add an item. Now you don't have to create a track and add an item. Just press insert or double insert. In my case, I'm using JAWS, so you have to press double insert. The first insert would be the command to screen reader, and you have to press that double insert to skip the screen reader thing, modify thing. Okay, so
run JAWS, no
yeah, with JAWS you can't do that, I think. So you have to go to the insert media file, but NVIDIA is possible. Okay, so Alt I
menu, insert menu, media file insert
media file, press enter.
Enter, leaving menus.
Now I have got
previewed
a video
which
is the NVDA introduction thing.
NVDA, the free software empowering blind people worldwide. YouTube.mkv.
I got from YouTube. So let's press enter on this. Okay, now we have got
one NVDA, the free software empowering blind people worldwide. YouTube, one item, track list.
So it has named the track as the item. So let's
track name, edit, NVE, enter, track list.
Delete this name. I pressed F2 and backspace to delete, and press enter to get back to the track window. Okay, now we have
one item,
one item. Okay, one track, one item. Okay, now if you have done everything correctly by installing the FFmpeg thing, you can press play and it will play the video. Okay, now I'm gonna check whether my metronome is on or not.
Control Shift M, metronome on.
Yes.
Control Shift M, metronome off. Control Shift J, bar 183, 28%.
Okay, bar 183, 28%, which means as soon as you add an item, it moves the cursor to the end of the video or end of the particular item which you have imported. Okay, now this can be turned off in, I'm not sure how, let me see.
Reaper preferences.
Okay. Preferences.
Editing behavior open.
Editing behavior.
Edit. Okay, cancel button. Edit, move edit cursor when pasting / inserting media checkbox checked.
Yes, this checkbox. Move edit
cursor when pasting / inserting media checkbox checked.
Move edit cursor when pasting media. Okay, that let's uncheck this.
Space, not move edit cursor to start of time selection on time. Move edit cursor.
Okay, I think this will do. Okay.
Enter, track list.
Now we have got one item, and if you have done correctly, then you will be able to play this video. Okay, let me press spacebar.
Space.
Oh, we have to come to the top of the project, right? I'm sorry. Let's press W.
W, bar 1 beat 10%.
Now, in here, I'm not going to work with bars. Bars beats like musical terms. So what we have to do is, we have to go to the view menu by pressing Alt V.
Alt V, menu, view menu.
And press up arrow until you get
always go to zoom menu, time unit for ruler menu.
Time unit for ruler menu, and press enter.
Enter, minutes, seconds.
Now you have to choose the appropriate measure which you want to work with. Now in my case, I'm going to choose the minutes : seconds. Okay.
Enter, leaving menus.
Now if I press Control Shift J.
Control Shift J, 0 min 0.000 sec.
0 min 0.000 sec. Okay, it's complete. Now let's press spacebar to play the video.
Space.
In order to use a computer as a blind person.
Space.
Alright, so that's how it works now, which means like you have done everything correctly and your FFmpeg has been installed to the Reaper. Okay. Now the other thing is Reaper has another window which is called video window. Okay, now by default you can't see videos in Reaper as it is a digital audio workstation, so you have to enable the video window to view the video. Okay, so either you can go to the view menu and press the video window, or you can press Ctrl Shift V and the video window will be enabled. Okay, and if you are completely blind, then you are not you don't have to worry about these things. Just you can treat this video as an audio thing, and you can do all sort of things. Now for instance, if we want to add a music to this video, now I'm not going to do this because it has built-in music. Okay, now for instance, let's say we are going to add a music. Just we have to create another track and add the item and play with the music. Okay, that's all. Okay, this is how video works in Reaper. Now as I said, you can treat the video as a complete audio in Reaper, and you can cut, copy, paste all of the stuff as audio. Right now there are no any specific things about video in Reaper. Just you can treat as an audio. What you have learned on the previous tutorials on item manipulations in Reaper, you can apply all those things in here as well. Okay, to maximize your ability on editing video. Okay, the other small thing is the scrolling of the video. Now let's say when I press page down to scroll, yours doesn't report.
One item.
Why is that? I'm not sure why is that, but it is scrolling. Okay,
Control Shift J, 0 min 34.000 sec.
0 min 34.00 sec. Okay, this is kind of depends on how your computer is. Now for audio it does not matter, it doesn't take any high resources, but when it comes to video it slightly gets slowed down. Now in my laptop I'm having an i5, it's kind of laggy when it comes to loading video, and also it highly depends on where you are streaming the video from. For instance, if you are streaming video from a USB stick, then it might be slower. Okay, so it is highly dependent on what your environment is. Okay, that's a side. Okay, the other thing is, even though Reaper cannot do advanced things like color grading, it has some built-in things which you can do. For instance, changing the brightness, contrast, all of the stuff, zoom, panning, which are dependent like visual aspects. But if you wish to do that, you can add a plugin to the effects chain which is called video processor, and there are multiple presets. Okay, so for instance, let me see this. Let's add the track. And also you have to add the plugin to the track where the video is present. Okay, so in here
W 0.000.
Let's add that effect to the first track because
one item.
there are only one track.
FX track 1 dialog. Scanning DirectX FX dot.
Okay, video. Let's type the video. Video in the effect chain, filter dialog. Now I have taught you how to work with effects, how to work with items, all of the stuff in the previous video, so I'm not gonna walk you through that because I will waste your time. Okay,
video processor.
Okay, yeah, this is the exact plugin. As the first result, we have got the plugin. So let's press enter.
Enter FX track 1 dialog.
Alright, now you have to press shift tab, not tab. Okay, if you press tab, you will be landed on a kind of a editable thing where the screen reader will be completely inaccessible. Okay, so press shift tab.
Remove button, add button, plus button, combo box, no preset.
Alright, combo box, no preset. Now you can press down arrow and you can see there are tons of presets available.
Analysis, color peaker monitoring FX only. Analysis, histogram RGB. Basic helpers, apply track FX only where track has video items. Basic helpers, brightness / contrast.
Here I said brightness / contrast. So for instance, let's say we are going to change the brightness of the video. By default, it is working like a kind of a XML thing. So you have to trigger the XML. You have to edit values like for instance, now let me maximize this thing.
Windows up arrow, right.
How to explain what's going on. Now,
Plus button.
okay, I got it.
Brightness slash contrast video process.
Let
Edit.
me-
Not add button.
Now, there is a code. There are lines of code which you have to change in order to get the effect. There is another way, but for as the first way, you have, for instance, if you are going to work with text, if you would like to add text, which is possible in Reaper, you have to get the access to the XML window for the light notepad, which is inaccessible. So what we are doing in Reaper in community, okay, is first press F6, which will land you to the XML editable field, and press Ctrl A to select all of the contents of the XML file or the text, and press Ctrl C to copy it, okay, and press Windows plus R, open Notepad in any way. Now I'm gonna open Notepad by pressing Windows plus R and typing Notepad and pressing enter, which is quick for me.
Run dialog. Type.
Notepad,
enter, desktop, folder view list.
Okay, now press Ctrl V to paste, and you will see
/ brightness / contrast.
here is the name of the effect which we have chosen.
/ at param 1 brightness 0.0 minus 22.
Now these are very complex algorithms, like complex values which you have to modify to get the appropriate value. So if you don't have like usable site, then you have to get sighted assistance, okay?
/ at param / at param blank CV equals app CV blank.
Now the / means comments, okay? So you can ignore these things.
CV equals apps.
From this here it starts.
CV equals 2 caret CV minus 1 star sign contrast 2.
Okay, now you can modify according to your needs. Now I'm not going to go in deep on how these things works, because there is another slightly easy way in which you can do this, okay? So let's close this.
Alt F4, don't space, unsaved prop.
So let me
Not selected right track list.
Okay.
One item.
You can use the Osara parameters dialog to manipulate the brightness, okay? So let's press P on the particular track which you have added the effect to.
P, brightness 50.0%.
Okay, now
Contrast 50.0%.
we can
Param 3,
modify whatever the control we want, okay? So for instance, let's
brightness 50,
modify the brightness.
FX parameters dialog 50.0%.
Either you can use the slider, or if you press tab,
Value edit 0.0000.
you will be landed on an editable box which you can type the values. Now the values are slightly differ, so you have to experiment with these things. So
50
is the default state, which is the video, okay? Let's increase a little bit.
50 60 74.0%. 0.4.
Very ugly, okay?
7 68 36.52.0 48.0%. 48 52.0 value edit 0.0800.
Now you can press 0 and
enter.
press enter. It will be to the default state, okay? Now as I said, this is the basic things you can do in video editing, but this enables a whole lot of opportunity in which you can manipulate video. Say for instance, you have created a music track and you'd like to add a video or add a photo. You can do this, okay? So if you would like to add a photo, simply you can add as an item, and you can work with the photo. Now for instance, if you want to add a static image to your music track, what you have to do is you can add a track which contains a photo and add the music, and you have to let me say how this is. Copy the length of the music to the photo, which will extend the length of the photo and which will fit the length of the photo, the music, and it will be as a static image, okay? Now I will create a small tutorial on these things in another video, okay? So this is how these things works, okay? Now for instance, kind of last thing,
one item.
now let's say you have completed all those things and you want to render the video. So you can press the Ctrl Alt R.
Alt Control R, render to file dialog. File.
And
Wildcard render. Large file.
you have to come to the
Combo. Embed temp. Include right beat. WAV bitdep. Format. Combo box.
format.
WAV.
And since you have installed the FFmpeg, you will get the exporting thing. Okay, so press V.
Video /lib of encoder.
Okay, press tab.
Format. Combo box. WEBM.
Now you can choose whatever the format. Now here, this is not like a kind of a straightforward way. Okay, you have to experiment with these presets, and also there are some issues with the processing thing which I have encountered. So it depends on what you want. Okay, you can consult the Reaper manual, or else you can go to the Reaper accessibility wiki, where there is also a nice article on how to work with these things. Okay, now what I do is
FLV, MKV, Qt/MOV/MP4.
If I want to export the video as raw, which I will compress in Handbrake later. Handbrake is another software which is used to compress video, which can have which you can get a lot of control over than Reaper. Now, for instance, if I wish to have a raw format which will become like 100 gigs, okay, it depends on the video, I will choose the MKV and
edit 1920.
This is the video resolution, or the project resolution. This depends on your project.
Edit 1080, edit 30.00, button,
frame rate,
video codec, combo box, H.264,
and I
ZVID, FFV, Huffy lossless, MJP, MF Huffy lossless,
Huffy lossless,
audio codec, combo,
and I leave those things as default, and I press render, and it will give me a gigantic file which will kind of 100 gigs or something. So it highly depends on how the video is. Or if you would like to get a compressed version of the video,
button, edit,
you can come to the format,
edit 1080, edit 9, format, combo box, MKV,
and press up arrow,
Qt/MOV/MP4,
Qt/MOV/MP4. Press tab,
edit 1920, edit 1080, edit 30.00.
This is the frame rate.
Button, video codec, combo box, H.264.
Leave this as default.
Edit 95.
This is also default, and you can press render. Okay, that's all you have to say. And if you want to, there are other things. If you want to name the video, all those things, standard things, I have talked to you those things. Okay, so if you haven't watched, please watch the videos in the YouTube channel. So this is how the thing works.
Track list.
Let's press escape to close from this. Okay. Now another small thing, if you would like to mute the video, or mute the video, that audio track of the video, you don't if you press F5,
muted,
the whole video will be turned off. Now muting a track means kind of turning off the track. Okay, so you don't have to do that. Now if you mute the video, the audio and the video will be completely gone. Okay, now the workaround is
unmuted.
There are two ways actually. Either you can turn down the track volume to kind of -100 or something,
minus 15.00,
okay, by pressing Ctrl Shift down or Ctrl Shift up depending on your scenario,
minus 1.00, 0.0.
Or the other way is select the video item which you want to ignore the audio from.
1NVDA, the free software empowering blind people worldwide, YouTube.mkv 0.000 sec.
Press Ctrl F2 to get to the
Control F2, video file item properties.
Video file item properties, and press Shift Tab until you get Ignore Audio checkbox.
Copy, ignore audio checkbox not checked.
And press spacebar.
Space checked.
To check, and press Enter.
Enter track list.
And if you press play now, you won't hear anything. Let me see.
Space.
So I can see the video playing, but I can't hear anything. Okay. So this is the power of Reaper. There are multiple other things, as I said. Now what my experience is, I had a project which is a presentation which I have done in my English class, and I did an advanced edit in Reaper. I got my recorded video which my friend recorded, and how can I explain? I overlaid the presentation slide to the recorded video and created a kind of a professional thing with Reaper. That's how I discovered the power of Reaper.
Space.
I'm kind of very happy about these things. You have to experiment with the Reaper video editing. at first it is kind of hard to learn, but if you have mastered the skill on Reaper, video editing with Reaper and other stuff, you will be amazed and you will thank the developers of the Reaper and also Osara. There is a nice community in the Reaper community, and as I said, if you'd like to join to the WhatsApp group, also there is a Reaper without Peeper email list. You can join and ask questions and develop your skill. You are welcome. This is how the thing goes. You have to learn to do these things. This is not kind of straightforward, but if you have mastered the skill, you will be good to go. Okay, so this is what I have for you right now. I hope you have enjoyed, and if you have got any questions, comments, thoughts, ideas, please let me know in the comment section, and I'll do my best to address your comment as soon as possible. And if you have any questions, I'll create a video if possible. Okay, so I'll create another video on how to add a static image to a music using Reaper. And also, as I said, don't stop learning Reaper. You can't learn Reaper completely, so you have to consult all of the resources available online, and you have to extend your tool set, develop your skill to work productively with Reaper. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please press the like button, and also if you are new here, subscribe and enable the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video. Signing out, Mohomed Rashad.